I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey.
This place is lousy with ads.
I like ads.
We met the target audience.
I am the one that they are trying to push this out to.
We are free writers, Patrick.
I'm totally a free rider,
Yeah,
man. I block the pop-ups and the cookies and all the things on.
But we get the benefits.
I get all the benefits.
But there's some things out there you didn't know you would have wanted. I actually want. I saw an ad for an actual Demon Slayer real sword.
How much I want for it?
160.
That's reasonable.
It is. See? Why do you want ads?
No. Because
you didn't know you wanted it.
No, because your house doesn't need a fucking sword. Is the issue here?
I have a sword.
If that thing's gonna be plastic.
No, it's metal.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's not finely honed. Like my Highlander ripoff sword.
Yeah.
It's not sharp.
No, but it's still steel.
It's steel.
You could sharpen it.
I could sharpen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, maybe. So like.
I don't know how the metal is.
So I bought 3 swords in my life. One of them was for my brother back in his Ultima Online days, and it said steel. We tried to sharpen it. It can't hold it.
Doesn't hold an edge.
No, it's not good enough steel.
Yeah, I don't. Like I thought it would be cool back up in Fort Collins.
Yeah.
I had the backyard and had just giant weeds.
Oh sure. Yeah.
And I would go back there and it would not, like, it would cut through maybe a little bit and then it would just kind of knock some of it over.
Right. It's basically a baseball bat.
I think you can definitely cut someone with it.
I mean, I don't think it would cut through. It would cut,
no, not through, but
it would cut like
you'd cut a person. Yeah.
more like you're bashing it through just because it comes through at a point.
Well, yeah.
Like pressure cut the
Yeah. You're not cutting through.
You're not slicing.
You're
not
breaking
right
through.
No, but you can. So like,
And the pointy part would.
The pointy parts do work.
Yes. The pointy part.
well, like when Butch finds that samurai sword in Pulp Fiction, that cut that he gives that dude, that's kind of accurate, right?
That is, yeah.
Right.
I have 2 katanas. They are insanely sharp.
You can cut somebody like that. You can do that with a pawn store katana, and maybe I don't know, but
It's still not as sharp as like my kitchen knives, man.
No.
Yeah, like I have kitchen knives that you'll cut yourself and not know it. So until there's there's blood all over the place. So wait a minute, that's mine. I'm not making steak tonight.
And it doesn't bleed until your skin moves.
Right. It has to. That's to separate. Yeah.
right.
And then it really.
There's like a musical like beat
Yep.
that passes,
For
and then
that till that moves, all those arteries and veins are still all perfectly in line.
They're fine.
Yep.
It's fine.
As soon as they shift out of place, then.
No, there's that, and so I don't get it necessarily from ads. I see a lot of stuff on like videos, especially like on the X, where so the thing I went looking for was there was this guy. Well, it was actually a chick. That's how you can tell how strong it is. Is she like, you ever seen those nail clippers for dogs or cats that kind of like circle around?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So they have one kind of like that, but it's a tree cutter.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like tree cutter, and they're going through
Oh yeah.
branches like this, like it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is amazing. How much do they want for this?
Why?
The answer's a lot.
Yeah. If you're gonna be professionally logging, you got to have an ROI, man.
Well, I was like, what's the Amazon Basics version of this? And it's like this. It'll like do a branch.
Yeah, my neighbor's got one. They use it to trim the like aspen trees have those suckers that come
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually a pretty handy tool until I put rock all over my yard. Showed it.
Well, so obviously you've seen this tree cutting device.
Yeah, have you seen the one that's like on the end of a boom crane and it like grabs the thing at the bottom and it's got a spinning blade that just and then it grabs the whole tree and then you just huck it over to the side?
Yes,
Yeah, those
yes.
things are cool,
That one
man.
is sweet, and they also have so they have the one that they do to like trim the entire like U.S. Canada border, where it's just it hangs down
Yep.
and you lift it
Oh.
up and it's just
Don't they fly that from a helicopter?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that
the
motherfucker.
coolest shit I've ever seen, and it just erases.
It was in one of the GoldenEye movies. It was. Yeah,
Oh.
it was. It was well, not GoldenEye, but it was in what's the one with the crazy dude who tries to start a war between China and
The Mid-Falcon.
I think
Mads Billiken.
I think that's the one
what's his
that
name?
it's in.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mickelson?
That's Casino Royale.
Oh.
That's the
No,
one
it's not
Mads
that one.
Mikkelsen.
This is Pierce Brosnan. It's older.
So it's either going to be
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah, I think it's Tomorrow Never Dies.
Die Another Day.
Yeah.
The World Is Not
I
Enough.
have not watched all the.
Anyway, they have that thing hanging from the bottom of a helicopter, and they try and kill James Bond with it. So they managed to kill other people, including themselves. But
I did not see that. I would have noticed that. I saw people just clearing out forests with this shit. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And they're doing it right next to the power lines.
yeah,
They
yeah,
fit it
yeah.
right in between
Yeah.
there, like the piece of paper.
Well, and they use it. I mean, if you fly and you see power lines go through a forest, there's 100 yards on either side of them. That's how they clear it. So yeah, one tree starts sticking out a little bit, you get shinged. So it's scary as fuck looking though.
It absolutely
It's like
is.
5 saw blades, and they're kind of linked together. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and it's weird because even in the center part, it seems like it's just grinding shit up too. It is amazing.
Well, that sounds.
So this is the stuff that I see, and then occasionally I'll look for prices on this and that. That hydraulic cutter thing, that thing looks like
like helicopter saw blade.
How you erase homes.
Right? Yeah.
that one.
Trim the fuck out of this tree.
I mean, I love that kind of stuff.
So mine caters towards my spending bracket.
Well, if that tree cutter was within the spending bracket for sure. But that thing was I think the big ones, they started at $9,000.
Yeah.
But I don't have trees, so.
Oh, that's true. You wouldn't want to cut down your trees
No.
anyway. Yeah, then your HOA would
Yeah,
get
they-
mad at you.
I got my yearly yelling.
Oh, nice.
and
What'd
then-
you do?
Well, the same tree.
Oh,
Because I didn't replant it, but by the time spring and summer comes, it looks like a tree again. So they don't send me any more letters. But every time winter, when they come around, they go, "Oh, that's
That's a twig.
that's a whatever it is, that growth thing,
A sucker.
sucker kind of thing."
Oh.
And so they're like, "That's not a real tree. You need to plant a real tree by the end of May." Like, all right, we've done this before. By the end of May.
You don't have the fucking nuts to go buy a plastic palm tree and just
No, well,
Go
by,
buy an inflatable one.
by the time they're
Put a couple cinder blocks in a little pool. It comes with
by the time their deadline comes, it's
carve
got
your
the-
initials into the heart.
HOA love.
So, yeah, it happens. This is the third year I've gotten it. So,
And they haven't.
no, by the time summer comes, it looks like a tree. So be it. I guess they're too lazy to look at their own records. I don't know.
You know what? Okay, so every now and then I will go down a video rabbit hole of basically the worst of the worst HOA people. You're sighing because you must have watched some.
I
of these,
see
too.
some of those, and I'm convinced that about half of them are staged.
You think they're fake?
I think a bunch of them are
Do you think the one about the guy? It was the lady who said that the packages have been on their porch for at least 6 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your
see,
packages,
Like,
what it
they get a lot of hits. And so I'm just. There's some, it's like no HOA has that rule. Come on. So, and it's like, you see the ones where they're trying to explain an HOA. Well, it's like a mini government. It's like, no, it's not. They can't arrest you. Well, they cannot take your house. So that's not how that works.
Take it to court, right?
They put a lien on your
Yeah.
house. And that doesn't mean the house is yours. It means the lien is for whatever the violation is. So, oh my God, there's a lien of $45 against my
Yeah.
house.
And so if
Yippee
you sell
fucking
it,
skippy.
then you have to.
And then if you sell it, you have to cough up the
Yes.
$45. If you never sell it, or the HOA implodes because you get on the board and prevent them from ever having a quorum in another meeting, then it's a non-thing. But yes, I've seen some of those. Some of them seem absolutely legit, where you have like old, people who like, come bitch it, like, you got too many cars, okay, I buy that. All right, okay, fine. But the ones where it's like, your bush is 4 inches too short, I just don't see that, man. So
I'm sure that there's examples of that where that has happened,
right.
but what are the odds of you? Okay, so the ones that I've seen are usually from like the Ring camera, right?
Yeah.
And that's where there will be some dude or some like busybody who's kind of like, look, I checked, I saw when he delivered this clearly at 2:00. You know the rules; they have to be in within 4 hours.
Yeah.
Packages, stupid things like that.
They might have rules like that.
And maybe they do, but at the same time, I can't. What would you do? Because you're like, well, they delivered it because the person wasn't home. That was the thing.
Right,
they were
right.
answering from the Ring and saying like, well, I'm at work.
Which is what you're never supposed to say to the Ring camera when someone rings your doorbell, but whatever.
But it was the HOA captain. And,
I went down that Telegram rabbit hole.
Oh,
where
yeah,
it was like,
yeah.
hey, maintenance is here. And, oh, we're not home right now. They're like, cool, we'll come back later. 3 guys show up within 3 minutes. Back in the, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks, asshole.
Thanks, asshole.
See you at 6.
Right, yeah.
No, there are some places. I am jealous about some places that in fall, what they do is they have these scheduled times where you just rake all your leaves into the street,
Oh, yeah.
and the truck just come by and then sweeps them all up.
Yeah, they do that in parts of town here.
Do they really?
Yeah, like
Oh.
downtown and stuff, where...
Oh, well, they got those mammoth.
Well, yeah, they got
Oh,
humongous
that's true,
trees. Yeah, so... And I mean, like, along a lot of those streets, those trees are all owned by the city. So, actually, when I lived in Nebraska, they did that. So, yeah, because they didn't want you burning your leaves, which is what everybody did. So, but they were like, nah, don't do that. Just rake it in the street, and they get a street sweeper to come out and just suck them all up.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
it was actually pretty cool.
I don't like that.
I do miss my yard waste bin that I had in Loveland.
Yard waste? Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, my guys are picky about yard waste. So, fortunately, I don't have a yard anymore. I showed them.
Yeah, your yard waste is like Milky Way wrappers or whatever blows.
Yeah. It's the King Supers bag in my, it's my yard waste.
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
No, it's like, yeah, I have yard waste.
Yeah, I'm with you. And you know what? I'm with you on this one, Patrick. I've sort of come into that skeptical period where there's a lot of things that I'm always on the detection for, like, fake and gay. And it really...
Yeah. So I learned a trick on that just recently. So, and I'm not encouraging you to go do this, but you did get me to sign up for the Telegram. So sign up for the TikTok. And then if you see one of those things on the X or something like that, go see if they have a TikTok up.
Oh,
then if they have a YouTube up
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now I've got the Telegram, so I can usually find. And it's like, I know what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
There are things that's just simple. It's like nobody's this dumb. Nobody is...
Yeah.
Now, there are people that, the video that I saw earlier today that was making the rounds that made people happy was there was a guy who was going door to door with his neighbors with, like, it looked like basically like a bundle of sticks, but it was all sausages. And so he was going to his neighbors and he's like, all right, well, like, just wanted to hook you up here. I got, once you go through these 10 pounds, come talk to me and I'll fill you up again. Right. And then he'd finished smoking these sausages. He was going to his neighbors saying, it's like, hey, thanks for being a good neighbor.
Oh,
Like,
that's
that
cool.
stuff,
That's cool.
totally real. Why? Because they're sausages. Like, this is not...
Guy's probably a deer hunter or something. Yeah.
But a lot of things that happen in, say, the mall,
Right. The Burger King.
certain altercations that happen in, like, parking lots where the filming is framed well.
and well lit.
Yeah.
Surprisingly well lit.
This
This
is,
does not look like security camera footage at all.
Yeah.
And you
Can I
wouldn't
see
have
their
had time
faces?
to bring
Yeah.
out your phone and
Exactly.
Yeah.
you wouldn't have caught it before.
You just happen to be in the right
Yeah.
You
spot.
motherfuckers are wearing makeup. Yeah, it's yeah.
I did go down a rabbit hole on New York subways, though. If I go back to New York, I'm not riding the subway.
Really?
Oh, no, man. Yeah, like, I'm sure it's fine certain times of day, but like, if we're out again at like 1 o'clock in the morning, we're walking. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. 100%.
We're walking. I don't care if it's
No.
our own way in Brooklyn.
I could give a fuck. Yeah. I'd just spend the fortune and take a cab or something.
Correct.
Just, whatever.
They had the gates closed.
Oh, they did. Yeah. I wonder if that's still the case. I don't know. Even though, like, some of the stuff that I saw is just like, oh my God. So,
New York needs to get Giuliani'd so hard.
dude, they need Snake Plissken.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
Man. No.
Yeah, I saw some shit on there that was like, ooh.
Like they need stop and frisk, but with extreme prejudice.
Right, yeah.
And just like zero tolerance for, I've seen them try to like negotiate the homeless out of where they are. And there needs to be a point where you say, well, I asked you twice.
Right, yeah.
The
Get your
pressure
stuff.
washers
Get your
come in.
stuff, yeah.
Get
When
your
pressure
stuff.
washers coming, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I got you, but the combined footage of that lady being torched and that guy being pushed in front of the train
Oh, that one got me. Yeah.
was enough to make me say, you guys have a real problem. Like you can't hand wave this anymore.
No, man, they get roving psychopaths in the subway system.
The guy said that when he watched the video, he was just like, "Oh my God, that's me." He's like, I have no idea that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
The survivor?
the guy that torched her.
Oh, him. Oh,
I didn't see that.
yeah,
He was just like, they showed him the tape and all this stuff, and he's like, "That's me."
Oh, fuck.
And he's like,
Was he completely just stoned out of his
he's
balls?
like, I
Yeah.
have
Oh, wow.
no idea, but that is me. He's
Well,
like,
he's an illegal too.
yeah.
So
Well, yeah. You're still going to do your time. So,
no, you're still gonna do your
Yeah.
time, but I mean that.
I mean,
also,
he's ours now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that on the news today, and I was like, dude, what were
Shit
you
for real.
on?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
When you see the videos of the people in like Philadelphia, those fucking zombie people that are just
Oh, man. There's,
terrifying.
yeah. So that bald guy did one of those things that got ripped off YouTube because he showed too much of that shit.
Really?
So, yeah. He did a whole like, hey, yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna talk about it now. They didn't rip that one down, but it was like, I mean, just yeah, it's like something out of a movie. So, like a zombie movie.
It's creepy.
It is terrible.
Absolutely creepy. And wasn't it the
What's that guy's name? Peter Santelli or something like that.
I know who you're talking about.
He's cool.
He's the urban walker guy, right?
Yeah, he shows
Yeah.
up every now and then. Yeah, so he does like one video a month. So
I read your joke, by the way. It was pretty funny.
what joke?
The one that.
The one I was way late to that
Yeah,
conversation.
you
I
didn't
was
join
like,
at all.
the
The one that
was,
you won't say on air, but I thought he would say it on air.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I can't. Say
I was
that.
so asleep. I'm sorry. But
I figured you were.
I'm looking up. I was like, "Miss 24 messages."
Yeah, Will and I were just bullshit. It wasn't shit for football. I went over to the yacht club expecting a Monday night game and got nothing.
What was there? It was just no game.
Monday nights are done. Well, no,
Yeah, Monday
actually, there
night,
is a Monday night.
What, this week?
Yeah.
There was not on this
Not
Monday.
this one, but,
Yeah,
okay. But this week coming up, they're having one of the playoff games on Monday.
Oh, okay. I think I was watching South Dakota State or something like that.
I was gonna say, what do you guys watch
so
if there's no football? Like wrestling?
There's basketball.
Basketball
Or
hockey. They'll put on hockey.
Hockey, all
Yeah.
right.
If the Avs or Nuggets are on, I'm sure.
They all the guys over there are hockey fans, so there's always hockey on.
So yeah, it was weird one day just being like, I don't have a football game.
Yeah, there wasn't much to do. Yeah, so
Yeah. So that's why I worked out at night. I was like, all right, I'll work out. And I was like, oh.
Well, yeah. So Monday, that was the one of the days where I was just like, I have to finally like break this thing and finish it off, and so I just like crashed out. Dog says like, I'm gonna be a good hot water bottle heater for you. It's like, let me crawl in bed. And then I woke up at like 11 or something like that with a shit ton of missed messages. And then
You didn't miss it by much.
Yeah,
then.
you didn't miss it by much.
Yeah.
Maybe like an hour or two.
sometime
So,
around then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was late enough that I didn't think it was a good idea to respond to you guys.
Oh,
You in particular.
oh, yeah. Sorry.
I would. I don't,
Well,
if
you
I
don't
hear
care.
it,
It's okay.
I'll hear it.
I don't
if
even have the
don't.
notifications on. So,
Well, that's the other thing is especially because I get so many of those from work
oh, yeah. I'm sure it's just constant.
that I have it to this like super soft like ding sound.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's clever.
And so if there's a different kind of like notification, like if one of the stupid like video applications wants to let me know like, hey, there's something new this week, that's when it gives me like the alert, like the fucking missiles are dropping.
Oh.
But for like messages, because there's so many, it's like beep.
Huh.
I had to turn all those things off. Like, I've got so many YouTube notifications.
Oh well,
That-
yeah, because
I've got hundreds and hundreds
comments
of
and
channels
stuff.
that
Yeah.
not so much that, but I mean, like, just
If they
got
release a new.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I'm subscribed to like a ridiculous amount of channels. So,
Did that thing not update or upload?
yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to hit the edit button. So
Yeah, just got one bug in
there
here.
was one bug. That was one random bug.
One tiny little
One
flying
tiny little
thing.
stink fly.
It was
You
just
got
like
one Nixon, Jeff.
going around that head.
Maybe it's all that cheese I have on top of my cabinets.
I'm tossing up there.
Possible.
They're starting to grow into.
Big ones. If 4 of them form a square, it turns into a spore. Yeah.
You're gonna be what creates the Last of Us fungus.
Are you watching that show?
I saw the first season.
Did you like it?
It's every other zombie show.
Yeah.
So the people are already the bad guys. It
It took
like,
5 minutes.
It did not waste time at all with that. So
I watched, William, that Creature Commando section that you talked about, and it's 10 times more fucking obvious than
it just was guys that were secretly Nazis.
With red hats.
well, there's dudes. There's like some dudes in like red shirts, but basically it's like this. Okay,
There were random colors for everybody's shirts.
listen to this bullshit. Okay, so
Oh, way to set it up there, Jeff.
Don't go into that, but then
Please don't allow me to make my own judgments.
all right. So you got this. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. It's like Nazi killing robot.
It's GI gun. No,
Something like that.
It's
Yeah,
GI something.
Just like robotic, Captain America.
It's almost like anthropomorphic, like cutesy, sort of.
Okay, all right.
All right, vaguely humanoid, but has like a robotic like look. So like
the Mr. Robot or the Iron Giant kind of robot.
Yeah,
okay,
Only-
all right.
but just human size,
All
right?
right.
And they made it in World War II
to kill
Nazis.
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 Right.
It's programmed to kill Nazis.
Right, yeah. Programming was advanced in World War II.
Right.
It was very advanced for its time. Extremely advanced.
Now,
He uses punch cards. Anyway.
so this dude, this white nationalist,
Yes.
invites this robot because he's into like World War II crap, right? To his white nationalist meeting.
So, wait a minute. When does this take place? During World War II?
No,
No,
this is
modern day.
Okay, all right.
so-
So, like 80 years ago. Got it.
They made this thing back then
Right,
for
right,
that,
right,
but
right.
this has been
Yeah.
unearthed because these guys like World War II stuff.
Okay, cool.
So they bought it. It was deactivated. It was,
Right.
Okay.
He put
Now-
it all back together.
They're not specifically white nationalists until you come into the actual meeting, and nobody's overt, but they have like 88 tattoos, right?
Okay.
So I
These are
know
Call
that
of Duty
is.
guys. Got it.
All right. And so the machine, okay, in that room senses and he sighs. He's like, Nazis. And so what does he do?
No, the dude rolls down a flag.
Yes, but come on, man. So what is the sequence afterwards? Does he? What happens afterwards?
He mows everyone down.
In like glorious splendor.
Oh yeah. Well, everybody dies in the show by having their heads explode, and like a bullet like disintegrates people's heads.
Okay.
They're playing it like this is fucking stand up and cheer for this shit.
This is how the show
The
is.
subtlety is well, okay. I'm sorry. Did I say subtlety? The lack of subtlety is embarrassing.
That is how the entire series has been. Every time that there's a shootout, something people like.
No, but if you're talking about something that is designed to make fucking losers be like, yeah, this is cool, shooting white nationalists. These guys are Nazis. These guys are American
This
Nazis.
is how he ends
That's
up in
the
jail.
corny shit
This is
that I'm
how,
talking
like
about.
each episode goes through one character and shows how their backstory and how they got.
Yeah, and I saw that, and it portrays it like, oh, he's sad now because he fulfilled his mission, but it's a sad time.
The robot's sad?
Yes.
No, the robot was pretty happy.
No, the robot's happy when he's doing it,
Right.
but they find him guilty. And the sad part is that they put him in jail for killing people, for like killing like 33 people.
Yeah.
That's not subtle. That's so fucking on the head, corny, lame, horrible writing, dog shit. Look at this is my opinion. Let me go ahead and put this out here. Like, I'm going to take this care. I'm going to do this. That is childish. Fucking embarrassing.
I'm not gonna watch it. So
I don't.
Worse than I thought. Embarrassing. Embarrassing.
I liked it. I thought it was perfectly fine.
Well, yeah, because you're like, okay, check out the super violence. Okay, I get it. There's a point to that like I get. And look, I can't bag the song. So they're playing an Amanda Palmer song. It was actually a Dresden Doll song. I saw that in concert, right? Got it. You're going for an artistic bend. All right, I got it. I saw it. Okay, very clever. Very clever. So
I
cute.
don't get it. A robot that his only mission is to kill Nazis ends up in a room where the guy revealed
look.
a Nazi flag.
I have found actual Nazis in modern society. Look, everyone. All that stuff that we say is all over the place. Look, here it is. And these guys
okay,
are
I get your point.
these guys
Say
are
that it's
dumb enough.
all over the place.
These guys are dumb enough to invite the Nazi killing robot to their meeting.
He didn't know it's a Nazi killing robot. The robot was very nice and friendly until it
Christ.
saw Nazis.
Fucking ridiculous. So stupid. So on the nose.
I think it would have been funnier if they were Japanese.
I give you that.
I don't know how it would have reacted.
I don't know,
It
yeah.
was programmed only.
That
to
would have
kill
been
Nazis.
different. But if your whole purpose on this is to basically say there are Nazis in regular society, that's what you're doing.
Well, I do believe that there are probably some Nazis in regular society.
Oh, there are definitely some.
Yeah.
Nazis
So
out there.
one wouldn't. So
They
No.
don't meet
No.
together and
No.
fight like weirdos to their thing though. So
There are like that presentation of like dangerous Nazis in this society.
I don't think they came
Is
across
a
as
joke.
dangerous.
Then why would he? So
He doesn't
stupid.
care if they're dangerous or not. He was just waiting for anything Nazi.
And he was like overjoyed to be doing it.
Yes, because that's his. That's his
Ridiculous.
whole mission in life. Like everywhere he at, like when he's out on the missions with them, he's like, "Oh, there's no Nazis."
Bingo!
Take him to the
Yes,
new movie
exactly.
so
So
we're gonna take you down to the new filming of the new Indiana Jones movie.
yeah, he's smart. Yeah, if that
Totally
happened, that would have been something. If he ended up at a movie, like the shooting of a movie, and then they were all dressed up as Nazis, that would have been something.
Well, is the series
Well-
written by Americans?
James,
Yeah, it's written by an American jerk.
Oh, you don't like him.
No.
does.
Yeah, I got you. All right.
I don't think he would have gone in open-minded anyway.
Well, I don't think James Gunn would actually produce an open-minded movie either.
Well, actually, he is. Okay, so he made some open-minded movies back in the day.
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
The first one, yeah.
Okay.
All right. The second one just kind of, it's half of a good movie.
Yeah.
The third one, yes, I got around to it.
I thought the third one was all right.
My God, does that movie drag?
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's fine.
I don't think I've seen the third one.
It's okay. It's not.
That's not the one with.
Rocket's like the main guy. In
I haven't
the third
seen.
one.
No, I haven't
No,
seen that.
It's his whole backstory and all that stuff.
Yeah, again, that's not bad. But I mean, like the
I saw the one with Snake Plissken.
oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one's kind of dumb.
Eh.
And he did one of like the Scooby-Doo sequels. He didn't inject himself into one of that.
See that.
And he made a movie for Trauma, which
For what?
Trauma is, oh my God. Okay, so Trauma is a,
Never heard of it.
I didn't either.
all right.
Is it an acronym?
No,
Oh.
it's just it's the studio from Uncle Floyd Kaufman. This is a famous B movie studio that came out in the 80s. Okay, this is where, like, you ever see movies that weren't like big theatrical releases, like The Toxic Avenger?
No.
Are you familiar with any of these things?
I think I've heard of Toxic
Yeah,
Avenger
okay.
only because
Heard of it.
people made fun of it.
Exactly. That was their studio. They made movies on the cheap that were super gory and like
Okay.
over the top, that kind of
I
stuff.
know they did
So
it. I never
promo a
watched it.
studio or a guy?
It's a studio.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the movie.
No. Well, and so the movie he made there was Tromeo and Juliet. Now, again,
Oh.
it's...
Okay.
I mean, you're talking about, like, in these kind of movies, you can expect like people like,
Getting dismantled.
yeah, so like they're gonna
Chainsaws.
like chainsaw like putting people into a lawnmower, and it's done for comedy, and it looks like cheesy stuff, right?
Right.
It's a case in
Blood
point.
everywhere. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Toxic Avenger, you know, he lifts up the Smith machine with the weights on it, puts a dude's head in there, and then drops it on there, right? Like,
I actually remember that movie.
there you go,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. I do.
Now remember, he's a toxic janitor.
Right.
Yes.
He got pushed through an experiment. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah.
So you
Gotta
used to-
remember that.
those movies. They had their place because, like,
That was a Kevin movie. There you, yes.
yes, very much so. Yes, there were. So, like, he didn't inject himself at that point. There was no room for it.
Okay.
Right.
Fair.
As soon as they started giving him creative control over it, he started to wipe his opinionated balls all over whatever project he was infecting, and I'm not here for it.
I didn't see any opinionated anything in.
And this one's animated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's cool looking. Don't get me wrong. I was like, wow, I wish this was better written. I'd watch this.
Did you just watch that one show?
Correct.
Is it a whole series?
It is. They're not all out yet.
Oh, okay.
They're doing the.
Is there a
1 week at
previous
time.
season, or is
no?
this the first
This is
season?
he just switched over to DC.
Oh,
So this
okay.
is his first,
DC thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and then Superman will be next.
But that's a movie.
That's not true.
There's
Because
something else?
he did The Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah, he
that's
did.
true.
Yeah.
And that movie's not good.
That movie is not good.
I argue it's better than the first one, but only...
Is that the one with Sylvester Stallone
No.
playing King Shark or whatever? Or is that the first one?
No, that's the second one. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen
That's
chunks of
Sylvester
that one.
Stallone?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Oh.
And it's only because the first one is such an editing mess.
I didn't like
It is
one of them.
barely a coherent film, but the second movie is awful. It's just as awful as... Again, it's like, it's not funny. Stop doing this.
I agree.
Right? That's the problem that I have with Guardians like 2 and 3 is like, stop running the joke into the ground.
Yeah, that's fair.
It makes me hate it.
The Tahiti guy or whatever that ruined Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, and he did Peacemaker, which again is the same goddamn thing. The only thing he knows how to do in these things is like, all right, I'm not going to focus on any character. I'm going to make a goofy ensemble of. That's what he does.
Well, I don't think you can do that with Superman.
why am I seeing Guy Gardner and all those other guys? That's what I'm like, you're gonna do. That's the movie I think he's trying to make, and I don't want to see that.
So Superman and Friends.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see him like
the worst Green Lantern.
Agreed. Yeah, but that's why he's doing it, because it's a deep cut. I'm like, I know why he's there. His whole claim to fame is getting one-shotted by Batman, and it's funny. But I mean, this is the like, this is why I hate his shit. And I'm like, you're gonna do that to this movie. Your deep pull is like, I'm gonna use Guy Gardner and Crypto and all this other stuff. I'm like, this movie's gonna suck.
What is Crypto?
The dog.
Oh, got it.
And I love that dog.
I'll still go see it. I'm curious.
You go see everything, and again, that's fine.
I haven't seen Craven.
Nobody saw Craven. I think they did everything they could to get it in and out of the studio within a
I
weekend.
haven't seen Madam Web either, and that's sitting on Disney for free.
You won't even watch it for free. That's
There's a lot of other stuff to watch. It's not official Marvel.
You got a lot more Blacklist to get through.
I'm almost done.
Oh, okay.
really.
I'm on the end of the 9th season, so there's only one season left.
I never made it that far.
For what?
For Blacklist?
Blacklist.
Yeah.
What about some of the other like more classics? Did you ever watch like Deadwood or anything like that?
I watched Deadwood.
Did you like it?
It started out really strong, and then it got kind of weak towards the end. So
I think I
Does
watched
it?
part of it off the rig.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I've only seen a piece of it, and I never wanted to really like. It didn't catch me, but I didn't watch it from the beginning.
To be fair, the like production values on it in like the first season kind of suck. So,
Really?
yeah, it looks kind of cheesy, and then it gets better. So
Does it?
yeah, you know, no, it was good. And God, who was it? I can't remember who it was who played Wild Bill. He was great.
Is that that's not Oliphant, right? Timothy Oliphant?
I don't think so. Might be. I don't.
I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it might be.
It might be.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that it was pretty good. So the one that lost me was West.
Hell on Wheels.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I never watched Hell. Oh, actually, I did watch Hell on
Wheels
Wheels.
was pretty cool for a little bit.
It was really cool for a little bit, and then it completely stopped. So, and it was like it was turned into a completely different thing. So that was the one with Chief O'Brien as the bad guy.
You don't have to tell
Who
me
actually
if I-
wasn't the bad guy after a little bit. So
You don't have to tell me if I see that dude in a production. I'm 100% on board with this.
yeah,
I love that guy.
The Westworld. It
that's the one. I
was so boring.
holy fucking
Really?
shit. I tried.
So boring.
I actually invested because I think there's 3 seasons of that.
I did the whole first season.
Though I did the whole first season, I was fucking hooked. I was like, oh, this is great.
I already thought it was kind of boring. And then the second
Okay,
season,
yeah.
I
And the
was
second
like,
season, it was like, oh god, it is so boring now. And then like the third season, it's like, oh god, it is so boring and preachy now. So I'm out.
I would just keep falling asleep in the episodes. Like, I would not be able to make it through one.
And you
like,
watched it all the way through?
the first season was all right.
Oh,
And
okay.
The first season
and
was
then
all
the
right.
second season, like towards the end of the first season, even when it's supposed to be getting like amped up, it still didn't like.
Well, I mean, the whole first season, you're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on right
Yeah.
here, and it's kind of neat. And then
Yeah.
it was kind of like what was that, Lost? So
I haven't watched that. That's
it was kind of like
something I
that, where it's
choose
like
to
the
watch.
first one is like, oh, it's really neat, and I wonder what's going on. Oh, there's other guys on the island, cool, and Westworld was just like that. And then they drop a lot of bombs on you in the ass end of the first season. So we were like, oh, that guy's real. Oh, that guy's fake. Oh, that guy's probably fake. And then
Okay.
the second season, it's like, oh, wait a minute, this is Disneyland. What?
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
It was like, I don't care about the bigger outside world. It's not my business. I don't really know
Everything
if
was
you kill people.
so slow.
It is very slow.
Like there was no like, I don't know if they just yanked emotion out of it,
They did.
and it was just. People
Well-
looked like they moved slow. The music was slow. Like it was just like
It was just slow.
it was a lullaby.
No,
man.
the only scenes worth watching were the ones with Ed Harris and
And he looked old at that point.
He looked ancient.
He looked like his skin just...
He looked like his skin was spray painted on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and but I mean, like Anthony Hopkins was great in it, but then after a little while, you didn't like his character, and it's like actually, you're like John Hammond, but a dick. So,
Huh, now that you say that, I think I kind of got the show figured out.
yeah, it's Jurassic Park with fucking cowboys. So yeah, and then the cowboys eventually take over the park after they learn how to open doors and shit. They start eating the tourists.
Okay, so here's my question. Like,
That's a much better movie.
I would present that to you then because, like, is it that the twist is bad, or was it that the twist was not done in a satisfying way?
Okay, so this series suffered from the same thing that Stranger Things suffers from. Is it has a successful first season, it's got to double down, and then it's got to double down again, and then so it gets this scope creep where all of a sudden we're talking about like world politics outside of the fucking park and blah blah blah.
Okay,
and it's like actually, the story between these three characters is much better.
Way cooler.
Yeah,
You could have slow, like, I mean, I know it was slow, but you could have slow played the stuff going on. So, like, a slight reveal, that you didn't have to have it all come out by the first season. So you're like, oh, okay.
Oh, no, I understand.
They went into way too much detail on trying to explain the tech behind everything after a little bit. It was like, oh, check out this first model. It was like, if that was your first model, nobody would come to this fucking park. So, come on, man. So, it was just bad. So, and then the funny thing was, it came out while I was playing Fallout 4. And so they have that whole scene where it's like dipping it's like building the synths.
Yeah.
It is a carbon copy of what they're actually doing in Westwood. So it's like the same, like dip it in and then bake on the skin, and we're gonna make like 10 of them in batches.
Yeah,
and it was just like, oh, come on.
that being said, that's block lifted from Ghost in the Shell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but that's my point, is it's been seen and it just didn't work. So
was it something that felt? Well, I mean, it's going off of an IP from the 60s, I think, the 70s.
Something like that, yeah. Well, there's supposed to be like a bunch of them. There's like Viking Land and like, Westworld, and there's like, I think there was supposed to be a Samurai World or something. They talked about them.
Right. Yeah.
So in there, where they're going to like bulldoze like half of fucking Nevada to build a new park. So, and it's like, really?
Spin-offs.
No, I gotcha. So, I mean, there are things where the twist just doesn't... what is that? There is a Shyamalan movie.
There's lots of those.
There is. But there's one where the twist is so small, and it's that the grandparents are fucking psychopaths. And I like that movie. Where the two kids are staying... Yeah, it's like one of his smaller movies. It came out, I think, before the one where that's like, everybody gets old here.
The beach thing?
Oh,
yes.
Beach. Oh my god, that's the worst movie I've ever seen. I can't believe I wasted my time on that.
I keep going back and I'm like, oh, he's gonna nail one of these. Like, this Sixth Sense was so good, he's gotta recapture this.
He's got to rebound somewhere, man. It does involve like aliens who land on a planet full of water.
No, he did this one where like the two like the parents, like they drop off the two kids with the grandparents, right?
I have not seen this one.
And the twist is that the grandparents are fucking psychopaths.
So the parents dropped off the kids on purpose?
Well, because they didn't know.
They didn't know their parents were psychopaths?
This is the weird thing. It works in the movie. Oddly enough, okay? But yeah, it turns out that that's the twist. I'm like, okay, and so that's the turn, is where the dangerous people are the old people. I'm like, okay, this kind of works. It's small. That's what I'm talking about. It's small scale. It's not... What's that dumbass movie where at the end they walk out and they see like they're on the highway?
The Village.
The Village.
Yeah. The fucking
a police helicopter has never flown over here ever. Yeah, exactly.
It's
Oh, God.
It's like, those are awfully skinny clouds that blink at night.
I do want to see Trap. I think it is. It's
Which one's Trap?
his newest one, and it's got Josh Hartnett, and they're at the stadium, and he took somebody, and he's got it like live streaming somehow. I don't know. This is just a commercial. And so all the cops are at the
It's
stadium.
about like 3 years old, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
I'm curious if.
See, that's a problem with that guy. You're always kind of curious, and then
It's so let down.
he's like batting at like 1 out of 10.
I know.
So you know.
He did because
Split was.
he got me on
Split
Split.
was awesome.
He got me on Split, and that's
yeah.
only because
My wife likes that one a lot.
McAvoy
is he so good? Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine if it was just fucking Tom Holland or some shit, it was like this movie would suck.
But I didn't know McAvoy could be that good until that. Like
I
I
agree,
was just like,
yeah.
oh my god.
He's awesome. God, he goes back too. I remember I was watching something.
He does the gun where they spin the bullets.
Oh, yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
dumb, but Wanted.
Wanted,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, God, he was like in a warm or a series like 15 years ago. That super young McAvoy was in like
He wasn't in Band of Brothers, was he?
something like that. Yeah, I was so surprised to see that dude pop up.
He had to start
I think he was in
before
it. Yeah, he was
before
in
we
Band of
knew.
Brothers.
He looks super like he still looks young.
Well,
That's his deal.
Tom Hardy's in Band of Brothers.
That was actually his first thing.
Is
oh, was
Really?
it? Yeah, I
There's like
saw,
4 guys that started their careers in there. Tom Hardy is one of them. Fucking Jimmy Kimmel is one of them.
Really?
No, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah, he
Jimmy
is. in that for a
Fallon
little bit.
is in one.
Oh, was an actor?
Yes.
Oh, but he was on SNL and stuff like that before that.
Well, he might have been on SNL.
yeah,
but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was before he was on the show. So, there's another guy.
I just can't believe Office Space is in it. So
Office
That's,
Space is in it. Yeah. Well, so is Donnie Wahlberg. So
Well, Office Space and Ross.
Ross
he
is in
doesn't do
it.
a squat in
He's
it.
only in the first episode.
Office Space is in it a lot.
No, Ross Geller. I think he shows up like one more time.
At
Like,
the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've watched that series a few times. So, yeah, it's Tom Hardy. There's another guy that I'm missing, though, that started on that. He got big.
It's the other guy, the Captain Winters. Who is he?
The redhead guy.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch of other stuff,
tons of
but
stuff.
Yeah,
I can
But
never
he's not,
remember his
like,
name.
The star.
He's not Tom Hardy.
I think he's the star of that.
He's definitely the star
Oh,
of that
in
series.
that, but like,
Him in Office Space, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So Office Space is drunk half the time. He just looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Perfect.
It's
Perfect.
perfect
Yeah,
casting.
absolutely perfect.
I can't tell you anything about the Japan one.
I love that one. It is
I did watch it.
it is gory.
It's brutal.
It is gory.
Is there
as fuck.
anybody big from there?
The only guy the guy that's in, well, there's like
Timmy from Jurassic
Timmy
Park,
from
isn't it?
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Timmy.
Yeah.
The
like
young
hanging off
boy.
the fence, Timmy.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
really?
he's in the ass half of the entire thing.
Huh?
The brutal part, because the thing about that one is like Band of Brothers gets a little bit like you know, hey, the war's about to end, blah blah blah. You know, this one it gets worse. It gets much
You
worse.
told me that too, and you were not wrong.
Yeah, it starts out a little funny, and at the end it's like, oh,
Gotcha.
like there's dead people everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh,
I mean, it's just
Rami Malek is in it, so yeah, that's where he got his start.
Right.
Yeah, and you're gonna see him somewhere else again. So,
Is that Mr. Robot?
is it Mr. Robot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just also Freddie Mercury.
he did Freddie
Oh
Mercury.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's in some other shit too.
He is.
Is
He's one of the Bond villains.
Oh yeah, he is one of the Bond villains.
is he?
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know. I just know I've seen him in a clip from
Yeah.
a Bond movie.
Yeah.
It must be that newest one that I haven't seen.
No, it's a while ago.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a Bond movie in ages, so it's been a minute, man. So,
Bonds are just not my thing.
no,
They're okay. They're just they're there.
That and Mission Impossibles are just not.
I do not like Mission Impossible.
Again, it's I don't have any particular love for these. So at least with Mission Impossible, it's like you these are all live stunts, and Tom Cruise is doing them all. So if you go into with that, so there is one Mission Impossible. I can't remember which one it is. It's the one that he stars across from Henry Cavill. And that one is awesome because those two play off each other so well.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Well, Henry Cavill has fun doing whatever he's doing.
He's the best.
Yeah.
No, he was in a movie with Stranger Things. The girl Millie Bobby Brown, and he's playing like Muscle, and she's like
Is this the one with like a 6-word title? Like I can't remember what it's
No. This was I think it was where she's like young Sherlock Holmes or something like that, and
no, I haven't seen it.
He's great in that because he's great in everything.
He is great in everything.
Yeah, that dude is just he reeks of charisma with everything that he does.
Yeah, I still can't believe they wouldn't want him back as Superman.
In hindsight, I think they had him play the wrong kind of Superman.
Yeah, he's better off for it.
To be fair, like they made him a little bit too like angsty and broody, and just not enough.
Killed him.
Not the first movie.
No, not the first.
But they
movie.
killed his dad.
Yeah, again, that's
Kevin
so
Costner.
weird. It's
Well,
just
why
not
not
something
kill
you
him?
want
Wound
to
up in the
man.
Wyoming corpse hole.
Yeah, it's just weird things that are out of character. He was just like too gloomy. There was no
that's probably true.
there's no and maybe it also like part of that goes you can't have him play off of like fucking weird Lex Luthor or Jesse Eisenberg. Like
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That is definitely not Luther.
yeah, there's just something to like I don't hold like Gene Hackman's performance up to be like the best thing ever, but it's way better than
Jesse Eisenberg's a little overrated.
He's fine if you want a kooky kind of like
Yeah,
in the magic ones. He's
Okay, well, yeah, he's.
Now You See Me.
Oh, yeah.
remember that.
The first
Oh,
one.
God,
I really
He's
don't- I
fine in
love the first
Zombieland, but
one.
yeah.
But you're kooky.
You're there for
The whole
Woody
movie is-
Harrelson, man.
yeah,
You're not there
that's
for
true.
him. You know?
Very young Emma Stone in that too.
Very
Yeah,
young Emma
yeah.
Stone. Yeah.
You're just like, who's that weird girl with the eyes too far apart? It's like, oh,
It's
she got
Emma Stone,
famous.
Yeah, she got
Oh,
famous.
that's right.
Oh, weird.
I never thought her eyes were too far apart.
She looks weird. She
Iris Banks' eyes are too far apart.
Oh man, I haven't seen her in ages.
That's just always my alien. That's stuck in my head.
Yeah, Emma Stone is just like her and I'm sorry, I think Margot Robbie's incredibly overrated too. I don't think
She's fine, but I don't think she's crazy.
I think she's pretty.
I mean, that's the thing is she's pretty, but the
I
way
don't
that,
mind seeing her in any movie.
I think Emma Stone's pretty.
the way that they present her as basically like the hottest thing that Hollywood has ever seen, I'm like, well, I'm not seeing it.
I kind of see it.
Yeah,
I do.
I think Anna Taylor-Joy is the.
She has also kind of a weird alien face.
She does have a little bit of it, but
She
It works for her.
needs to eat just a couple more donuts.
yeah.
You'd be fine.
Grossest thing I've seen lately is Ariana Grande, where like you can actually see like the ridges of her bones and her
Yeah.
arms and shit. I'm like,
I
Christ.
saw Nicole Kidman the other day. Same thing, man. So it was like, you're talking about the one person who doesn't need Ozempic. So why
yeah.
are you on it? So yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is her body no longer has the necessary, flesh to actually support chemicals, and like, because here's the thing is, and this has been an ongoing joke, and it's true. Is like her perma bitch face hasn't moved in at least 15 years. Like her eyebrows are stuck.
Not since Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah. So
That may be one of the most overrated movies I've ever seen in my
It's
life.
an awful movie.
I never watched it.
It's
Okay,
terrible.
you're going straight to awful.
Yeah, I'm going straight to awful on that movie.
It had nothing that intrigued me.
Not even Kevin Spacey? I thought you really liked him.
I do, but I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
Just whatever commercial came out for it, I was like,
Wait, in Eyes Wide Shut?
Oh, no,
I
I'm
thought that was
thinking
Tom
of...
Cruise.
That's Tom Cruise. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of...
I was like, maybe Kevin Spacey's in it.
the terrible one that came out around that time.
K-Pax?
No. That's pretty bad, though.
Anybody went to see that one?
I saw it, but not at the.
I didn't
Not
see
at a
that
theater.
in theater.
I don't know. I'm sure he's done plenty of them.
You're not picking on, like, Usual Suspects, are you?
No, that
No,
movie's fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
That movie's great. So that's how you do a twist in a movie.
That is how you do it.
So yeah, that one's
Yeah.
well done. You know.
And Sixth Sense was extremely.
They got me.
Oh yeah,
They got me.
Sixth Sense got everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like there's like one guy who called it. So you know, and it wasn't me.
It's the whole reason why I keep going back to try and watch one is to see if he's done it again.
See if he actually pulled it off again. Well, see, you can't do that in the days of the internet now, man.
I don't watch the internet.
I can't help it. I check out the wiki version of every movie before I go see it.
There's no way that I only want to watch the one preview that comes out and I see it in a commercial. I don't go searching and try and find as much
I've
information.
learned not to trust previews.
I get burned some.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, but you gotta go for the magic. The holy shit.
It's so dead for me though, man. I mean, there's just like no life in it anymore. And like the last couple movies that I watched did not help with that at all. So you know,
Well, I've hit that. All right, so I've hit that. I don't want to say the cynical death spiral, where I'm always looking for something. You know me on this one. It's like, show me something I haven't seen before.
Right.
Right. But also, I also have that same component of stop stepping on properties that I already enjoy.
yeah,
Right. So I'm in this weird holding pattern of, if you're going to do something with an existing property, I expect you to respect the lore, right?
I know you do that, man.
Pay it its proper tribute.
I learned to terminate our whole things a long time ago.
But that's the thing, is yes. And when it happens and they don't respect it, I get upset.
I know.
And then if you go out hunting for movies or TV shows that are off the beaten path or weird or unusual, you're going to strike out more than you're going to get hits.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I'm just happy. My stuff, almost all of it entertains me. It's all good. I don't have rules.
It's not
put on.
rules. It's
I don't need it to stick to the lore. I don't need it to do this. I don't need it. I'm not looking for it to tell me a message or being upset when it says a message. I mean, unless it slaps me in the face, but it's all good.
You have no moral authority to tell me what to think.
I don't tell you what to.
Not you.
Oh.
Not you specifically. I didn't call you out by name, or you, or this dog. I'm talking
You
about
looked
the-
right
Yeah,
at
you're
me.
looking right at it. Yeah. You know?
Just look up. But no, that's the thing.
It's short of a finger.
This is your fault, William. You
No,
keep
that's-
patronizing these movies.
It
You keep paying for them, and they keep making more.
100% is.
I'm entertained, so I want more.
Yeah, as long as it's got gore in it. So
Good action,
good
good.
violence. Yeah. Good effects.
Good
I'm surprised
effects.
you don't like Bond movies, actually.
I don't know what it is about
yeah.
it. It's just it never spoke to me, and so
Well, I mean, are there any kind of like spy movies that you do like? I mean, did you go nuts for like the Jason Bourne movies, or
Oh, those are great.
they were fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think.
Well, were those spy movies?
I
Would you
guess.
call them that?
They're Tom Clancy-ish spy movies. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Come on.
I like Jack Ryan.
Did you watch the series or the or
I watched the series.
the series? I started watching that a little bit. I couldn't get into
think
it.
I've watched the fourth season.
My
Maybe
brother
I'll
really
finish
liked
that
it.
one.
So yeah.
That's the one that. Yeah, that's right. You showed me with that fucking
Jim
man
from the
mountain.
Office, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no, the what's the show?
Oh, Reacher.
Oh no, that's Reacher.
Okay,
That's
that I watched that episode of that dude is like, you literally believe that this guy is trouble.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is that. So I mean, I do have certain peeves where all right, there is one Fast and the Furious movie that has a part that I respect, and it's not for. It has to do with contractual obligations and nothing more, but it came out beautifully. There's this scene in one of the movies where I'm trying to. It's I think it's Charlize Theron. Okay, she tries to basically girl kung fu The Rock. So she does all these like little flip things and all this other stuff, and she like knocks him over once, right? And he kind of makes that funny face, and then she does it again, and he just doesn't move, and he just like grabs her because she's like 89 pounds,
Right.
and the scene is over. And it has nothing, because if they just let the script go, right, they'd say like, this dainty woman took him out. But The Rock's contract actually says he
can't
doesn't lose fights.
I don't lose fights. Yeah.
So they actually had the impasse of saying, girl kung fu doesn't work here. Now, here's the thing. I don't mind that in movies as long as the girl has a weapon, right? If she hits you with something. So there was a movie called Atomic Blonde.
Charlize Theron was in it.
Yes, and she's not like kung fuing people so much. She beats the crap out of people with stuff.
Okay.
But this little thing of that is one of my peeves of like, stop doing this thing where tiny women beat up full-sized men. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. It just looks bad.
I haven't seen a movie where that happens in a while.
They used to do that crap all the
Yeah, I
time.
know, man. I
It's
just don't watch those kind of movies. So
I've seen it many times, even recently.
It's always silly.
I can't even think of which one it was.
Yeah, it's just completely forgettable. Like at least like in Iron Man 2 or like when the Black Widow's around, she would use stuff. She would hit people with things, or even like mace dudes.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, okay, that's great. Because she is smaller than these people.
Well, when she tries to fight Bucky with her hands, it does nothing.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Just use it. It's okay. Just pick up a stick. Shoot.
I'm fine.
Carry a gun.
If they make it look good, it's fine. Make it look good.
You don't have to do that. I mean, that's the thing. Then don't ride around. Okay, so I started. There's a show on Netflix. I couldn't make it past 30 minutes. Because I did sign up for the free month.
Ah.
Well, it's not the free month. I got it, but because there was something I wanted to watch. There's a show called Arcane.
Okay, I only got through the first show.
Why did you stop?
The kids weren't interested.
Oh, the kids weren't interested?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we didn't make it past that. I was like, oh, it's okay.
I was like, I love this animation style. I'm like, this is really cool. I don't know anything about League of Legends, but people have been saying
it's
this
all
is-
based on League of Legends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's League of Legends?
a huge game.
It's
Oh.
yeah.
Is that what this is
enormous
based off?
game.
Yeah. These are characters from that game.
Oh.
I don't play it. I don't know these people, but I just kept seeing things that, like, even if you haven't seen played the game, the show's great. And I was like, this animation style looks dope.
It looked pretty good. I'd probably keep watching.
It got to the point where, and again, this is just a peeve of mine, where two people are having a conversation in a room. Okay? And within that conversation, they're going to talk about the other person.
Oh, I saw that part, yeah.
Okay. And Pat, do you know where this is going? Where the other person walks by, they get to the door, they hear a snippet of what was being discussed, turn around, and then make that their life's, sad thing where it's like,
My sister doesn't love me.
exactly. Because they heard one out of context thing from the other room.
Yeah.
Right? And then as the conversation continues indoors, they're saying like, well, my sister doesn't love me is what I'd say if my sister didn't love me. And obviously this is too on the nose, but
it was something
anytime that you, yeah,
just
it
like
was.
that.
It was just,
it was like literally the next line after she left was like, but she's amazing for everything.
Yes, she's so awesome at this here. I love her to death or whatever. And you need to stop running your mouth, you dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when you hit contrivances that hard, that's a tell that says you're not trying. You're just not trying.
I'm not that judgy. It could happen. You could walk in and hear that, be offended, turn around, and leave. It could happen.
Right.
It happens all the time in TV. So yes, it can happen.
TV sucks. That's
I
bad.
love TV.
That's bad. That's terrible.
I think I make a lot of my life decisions based on stuff I've seen on TV. I am sold on the TV brand.
Sold on the TV brand.
Yeah.
All right.
I make lots of decisions based upon, this is how it worked in TV. Yeah.
Don't look at me. I don't watch TV.
I don't know.
Yeah. So
I'm a very unique breed.
Actually, no, I don't think you are. I think that's how they make money. Is
Oh,
off
oh.
people like you. They do that, and then they get you to buy samurai swords.
I want one of those.
And
Pretty cool looking.
like
I
you,
just don't know which character I get.
you stick around, and instead of getting resentful that commercials exist, you're like, no, this is actually a fair opportunity to show me a product
yes,
that I might
please
not
tell me
know
about new car insurance.
Right.
Well,
Boy, those cavemen really make a point.
They sure
it's
do.
a great time to get work done and do something around the house a little bit while they're trying to sell you something. I agree, most of the commercials on TV suck.
That
But the
gecko sure is funny.
little things that flip up on your phone,
Damn, I
they're
can't believe
good.
everything's still going on.
Yeah, there's good products out there.
I don't know, man. So like, I end up in this like doom loop of like ad hell. So where I'll Google something, and next thing is like, I get ads thrown at me about whatever that thing was for like the next 6 weeks. So it's like now Amazon's taking it, like reminding me, hey, this is a good idea for you. I'm like, motherfucker, stop it. So
Amazon is Amazon. They're so presumptuous. They will get you, like, if you looked at something, 2 days later they'll be like, I noticed you looked at something but didn't buy it.
yeah, that's exactly.
You want to talk about this?
Yeah. And so I've got my mom on my Amazon account. So to kind of protect her. So
okay. Okay.
it makes sense. I get like offers for puzzles all the time. So,
How close have you been to buying one?
I have bought her several. So now but it'll be like all these other things. It's like, no, I don't need bladder control products. Come on.
They can't all be spot on, so you just.
Well, yeah,
you
I
just
know,
talk,
man, but
yeah,
it's figured out
fine.
that like I'm somewhere between the ages of 47 and 84. So-
Yeah, that happens. I don't mind when it says, "Hey, you might also like." Yeah, I might. Nah, not this time. Nah, that's fine. 'Cause you never know. It's gonna show you something that you didn't even know you were looking for, and you're like, "Damn, that's true. I would like that."
I don't know, man. I have a fairly good view of things that are on the horizon that I want, and I don't want, and I shouldn't be sidetracked.
I like
by-
getting sidetracked. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't doom scroll and do all these other things. So that's my little side.
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of time doing scrolling.
Yeah, so this is my little sidetrack adventure where it leads me to one direction.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Twitter is my TV. Come to think of it.
Yes,
Yeah. Telegram is my like late night TV.
Twitter after dark.
Yeah, it's Twitter after dark. It comes on after the evening news.
See, I don't have those worlds, so
See, and that you're better for it.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
Yeah.
better for it.
Well, because the demographics don't lie. Because when they talk about the people that are actually active on those things, it's not him. It's the majority of people. Like,
you.
well, and people that contribute. And when I say contribute, I mean like antagonize. But that's
People who throw rocks.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's a very small like group of people that do that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's where all the journalists throw rocks at each other.
Absolutely,
So, yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of worth your time.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Boy, one guy on the next door, somebody threw a rock or threw the
An actual rock
or
rock?
set up a I don't know whatever you guys are calling setting up a thing where people get mad at. There's like
Throwing rocks at each other.
there's a place that just got built out there that's like a church-backed like pregnancy place.
Okay.
And he took a picture of it and he's like, I don't know what these guys are hiding and trying to do here. And then all of a sudden, like, there's like 1,000 messages of like, much of these places are back by lab. They're like, these people are just trying to help people. These people are like, oh my god.
Virology, you know?
I was like, holy shit, dude. He said one thing and everyone's like, no, this place is great. This place, I had a kid that helped me from this kind of place in Kansas. And it's just like, oh my god.
Did he think it was an abortion clinic?
Something. He was just like, yeah, look at the hidden message behind this thing. It's like,
dude, those are the neighbors you gotta tag. I'm gonna follow you, bro.
Well, yeah, because it's like the counter starts. It's like countdown to Freemasons. Where
Right, yeah.
yeah.
yeah, there wasn't one guy that gave him like a thumbs up. Like it was all just
So
everyone
stockpiled
going
him?
bonkers. Yeah.
So you spent some time on this thing.
I get the email now for whatever reason.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I pop it open and I see and I just looked at it because I was like, oh, I saw that place the other day and I was like, whoa, okay.
So you've seen where every issue that comes up is immediately followed with moralizing, like where
Not all, but yeah, there are
lot of
definitely
them, yeah.
some. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely.
Keep your dog on a leash.
The dog thing is
the dog thing. It like there was
Fix your fence.
oh, the shoveling thing is coming up.
Shuffling thing.
there was one where like this.
People complaining about gunfire on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Does anybody know why all those cops were on barns the other day?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody took a picture of the firework that landed in their yard.
My God.
And it was just like, I'm all for people doing fireworks, but
You take your own index card and write 1 on it.
look at this. People need to follow these things and see where they land and take care of it. I mean, with the grass being so dry right now, I'm surprised my whole yard didn't go up. Like,
Did you mow your grass?
So yeah, there was the fireworks thing from New Year's.
Well, there was one I remember where some girl was just saying like, I need a ride to work, and people turn this into this like whole diatribe about responsibility and
Oh my god.
That's brutal.
yeah, and there was
I would
one.
teach you not to do that. Like ask for help.
Never again.
Exactly. Yeah, and this is the whole thing is about to. The whole purpose of this is actually to recreate the idea of community that we used to have, right? Before we watched enough news to always suspect that everybody's terrible, right? Despite the statistics saying everything to the opposite, right? Yeah. But yeah, they're tearing into this. There were a couple of girls that were going nuts because they're like, this is not a dating site.
Okay. I think that's legit. Shouldn't be hitting on people on the Nextdoor app.
Actually, that's the exact place you should be.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, yeah. I mean,
in terms of actually seeing like
Then
these
you're
are my
actually meeting
neighbors.
people nearby
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
it can also mean stalking.
Well, yes, but it's on you to be like, I live here. But the
Yeah, that's true.
it's on you to protect your
There was
information.
one gal that put out a bunch of pots on her porch because she was giving them away, and she put it on Nextdoor saying, "Hey, I'm giving these away."
Oh.
And she got hit up by somebody that like their house caught on fire, and so they needed new stuff. And so she's like, "Yeah, here, I'm not gonna be home, but here, it's on the porch." And some dude came
Yoink,
up
yoink,
and
yoink.
just took it all, and she's like, he found my address somehow by looking me up through next door, took my name, tracked it, found my address, came to my house.
Oh my god.
And she's like, and so like everyone was just like, you piece of, and like it was just a full rant. And I'm just
And
like,
look, I get that. Don't get me wrong. There's some stuff in there that I totally understand. But I mean, just there's two things in there that are funny. Is number one, the people who want there to be drama so badly, right? They want what do they call it?
They're
Main,
bored.
yeah, main character syndrome.
I haven't heard that. For
Okay,
Sure.
yeah, that's,
You don't want to be an NPC anymore.
right, right. They don't. So they're always trying to stir up some because, like I told you guys about the lady who was brushing the dog too vigorously.
Yeah, you did.
And
At the groomers, and they made her
yes.
quit and all that stuff.
yes, and the pack of yentas that were like
Yentas?
What is a yenta?
Oh, thank God.
I was like,
Am I the only one that doesn't know what a yenta is?
they're woman busybodies.
Is this a Korean thing?
It's a Yiddish thing, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but anyway, yeah, well, look, it's on our blood. Well, just trace it back for now. But they were the ones saying like, we're gonna be there before they open, and we're gonna be telling people not to go. Like, come on, man! Like, God, that component of it is just, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
I don't know. I had to chase my mom off that app.
Yeah.
So because it was always like, oh my God, there's teenagers in my neighborhood. Arr. So, and then
There are teenagers in your neighborhood.
they're not supposed to be in her. So
They
anyway.
do exist, and they occasionally get up to
To visit
mischief.
other grandmas.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
Yeah.
So she was, well, you should get it in your neighborhood. I was like, I actually know all my neighbors. So, if I lock my stuff out of my garage, I'm not going to freeze to death. I'll go knock on Julie's door.
Yeah, I actually know my neighbors.
Yeah, I know my neighbors. I mean, we're not like really close or anything like that, but I mean, I have their phone numbers, and it's like one of those things where, like, if something's going on, like when we leave on vacation, we always tell our neighbors, so we won't be there. So yeah.
Right.
Now, I don't know if I would know my neighbors if I didn't have kids.
That's a good question. I know.
Yeah, we kind of knew ours, so. Well, I mean, we used to have drunken neighbors who lived next door to us. And used to go to their house and get absolutely wreck-stored. So, which was great because then I could roll down the hill to my house. So, but then through that we got to know everybody else. So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Our whole neighborhood is just a block of kids, so
We have quite a few kids now. Like my daughter is actually one of the older ones in the neighborhood, which is kind of weird because we must have moved in at a time where like a lot of kids were in like high school, and so we went through like 5-6 years there where there were like no kids, and then a bunch of people moved out, and everybody moved in with like young kids. So now there are like there's always boys playing basketball in my fucking cul-de-sac or something, riding their bikes or skateboards,
Something.
There's always something.
There's life.
always activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is your neighborhood in the summer.
That is 100%.
I will say in your neighborhood, I don't know what the temperature is, but when it hits, the kids like fuck
They're
this.
everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, but when it's warm enough, yeah, they're just out. Like you just drive by and it's literally driving into a 50s cartoon where
It totally is.
you got like lemonade stands and shit where like
Yeah,
the R's
there
run
are,
backwards,
yeah.
and it's crazy.
We've got all that. They'll go do car washes. They'll do all the come
Insanity.
over and walk your dog.
This is the first year where I've had kids come around and offer to shovel snow. So, yeah.
Oh,
Did you say we don't shovel here?
No, I gave them $20 and said keep it clean. So they kept it clean for 2 days. So it's like, great.
awesome.
Yeah. They were like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, mine's the easiest in this entire neighborhood to shovel. Have at it. So,
Yeah.
well, yeah, and there's a truck parked on half of it. You know?
And no sidewalk. Yeah, that's right.
And there's no sidewalk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Damn. Yeah, that is a
Yeah.
quick buck.
That's one thing I do not like about my neighborhood is lack of sidewalks. I mean, I
It
don't
is
like
weird.
it. I don't like. I do like not shoveling them. So, but you know, there is a thing where like the city-owned sidewalk is actually nice. So,
Is it?
yeah, it is.
Why?
Because they take care of it. So,
Not well.
well, but if it breaks or needs to be replaced, you're not on the hook for it. So when they had to cut my curb last year because of my shit volcano in my basement, I had to pay for that. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair
That
enough.
is true. And you know what? If you go over, so if you walk this way down Carefree, and we all at different times of our lives walked that many times.
Oh, many times.
Yeah. So those ents that they parked into the ground, right? They have gotten big and unruly and have like
Oh, the
turned.
trees.
Yeah, they have turned the sidewalk
Yeah.
into this like
You know,
it's like this jagged mouth.
Yeah.
And every now and then it's funny because the city guys will come out there and they'll just grind the corners off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you go out there, there's these weird it's just they can't get it flat,
Yeah.
but it's just like they tried
ruined
to
the instant death moments where if you fall and hit the corner.
I
instant death.
tripped on those so many times running out. That's why I eventually just went to the street. Because at night and especially like if there's like snow on the ground,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you're
You're
gonna
die.
eat shit.
Yeah.
So many times I ate shit. Yes, but yeah, they try. They like what I would do to ruin cakes. They would do that to the. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, my sidewalk's fine, but I don't know. I'm sure in the next 30 years.
It's something. Yeah.
Yeah, see, like they came in, they did all the curb and gutter work in my whole neighborhood like the last 2 years, so it's all brand new. So, but not ours. Because it's not city owned.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Well, that was all that. Wasn't that the same reason you had trouble with like internet providers or something like that? Because
I can't get the good internet because, yes, they will not come in and actually lay line underneath the street.
That's right.
It's so crazy.
Yep. So, Starlink. So,
Are you using Starlink?
not yet because I got to see if my HOA is cool with it. So, because the problem is, you know where the Starlink satellites are? They're that way, which is be the front of my house. So, I don't know if I'm allowed to have a satellite dish on the front of my house.
How big's the dish?
It's about this big.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
That's as big as a DirecTV.
No,
It's a little bit bigger.
That's way bigger.
It's a little bit bigger.
No, the DirecTV ones, like the HD ones, they're bigger.
Oh, I don't know. I've never had one, so I can't
Wait,
tell you.
Pat, can you show me your hands one more time?
It's about like this.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
like-
that is bigger.
it is
Yeah.
way
Okay,
bigger.
right.
Yeah, they're way smaller.
Well, you can't get the little one.
You
So
don't want the little one.
no, it's way more expensive. So way more expensive per month.
That's the travel one, right?
That's the travel one. Yeah, that one is much more expensive.
Yeah.
So
How much is Starlink?
I wrote it all down. So like the actual dish is like $500.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
but once you buy it, it's yours. So and then the service was like really cheap compared to like what I usually pay.
Yeah, if I recall, it's the initial investment that's big versus the month to month.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's part of it too.
My
I guess.
neighbor does have one. So
Oh,
but he's got his mounted on a pole in his backyard. So
But your house would be in the way.
exactly. So yeah.
and you're not the type to just do it.
I'm not gonna just dig my own hole.
Uh,
So and put a pole in the ground. No.
no, just
I
mount
don't
it
do
on the house.
fucking manual labor anymore. I'm retired from that.
You know what? I got you because you have a story that's like, this arm doesn't work right no
It
more.
don't work right no more. So it lifts up a
true.
milk jug, but it ain't gonna lift up a snow shovel.
That's all true.
It is true. So,
You were exactly you're like all the guys that used to work at the airport. Everybody had like a tick or
they got
something.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got something.
yeah.
Yeah. No, and so like it comes with a mounting kit, so you can actually put it on the apex of your house, like yourself. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'm not going to drill holes in my roof though.
Oh,
So, yeah.
right. Right.
And so the other thing is like kind of don't want to do that because like I don't this summer if we don't get a hailstorm, I'm going to be getting my own roof again. So
Getting your own roof again?
yeah, my roof it's probably 25 years old. So it's
Is it
probably, yeah, it's
really?
probably about
Oh.
time. So yeah. And so we had a bad hailstorm like 7-8 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I had them come out. They were like, "No, yours is fine." I was like, "Fuck."
How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know?
Yeah.
Are you sure,
sure?
it's fine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well-
it's jacked.
See, I got mine replaced when the tree fell on the house.
Yeah, see?
They're like,
Yours was due anyway.
well, it was.
Yours was probably older than mine.
I think I don't think it was in like bad shape, but I think the actual shingles were the kind that they don't use anymore.
Yeah, T-locks. or
I think so,
something.
yeah, because they're like
T-locks.
they're like these aren't in bad shape, but they have to go.
They have to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't get insurance on them
Right,
anymore. Yeah.
right. So they were like, well, so we're up here. We have to, repair your roof. We can put in like 19 shingles around this area,
Yeah.
but you should do this here. It's like, is it damaged? It's like, oh yeah, it's damaged.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing. It's like, we can't replace just these shingles
Right.
because you have
the T-locks,
Yeah.
they're not going to integrate.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that'd be funny if they just like did the school shingles, the wood ones, like
Oh,
Oh,
you can't even do
God.
those anymore.
Because they're fire.
Shakes.
really.
No, my old house over here, that
Yeah.
had shakes on it. So, and like guys would come knocking on my door all the time, even though I didn't. Oh, sorry, dog. Even though I didn't.
Sorry.
So you gonna go check it out. So even though I didn't own the house, they is the homeowner here? I was like, you're a roof guy, right? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I know I've got shakes. So, but no, I don't own the house. So, like, can we get in touch with the owner? I was like, nope,
Not my problem.
not my problem.
Now those kind of clay shingles, those look cool.
Tiles, my brother's got those.
Oh, really?
They are
Way
as fuck.
expensive.
Yeah, they're tile, Spanish tile.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There's like one house on the whole
Those are
neighborhood.
pretty. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
They are expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, they are ridiculously expensive. So, but if one of them breaks, they're supposedly pretty easy to replace. So
Well, I don't think I can ever get them. Because I
you
have
got
solar
Thor.
panels.
Yeah.
So
Oh, right.
that ain't
Right.
gonna work.
Would you guys ever do siding?
I have siding.
I actually looked in getting the steel siding.
Yeah.
2 years ago, and it just wasn't worth it. So it's extremely expensive.
Versus aluminum?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you can do aluminum siding anymore. So
Really?
No, because they offered me like 3 different things. One of them was to stucco the entire house, which is the best. So the other one was fiberglass, which is common. So, but it breaks, and it like it'll hold its color, but eventually, like one side of your house will bleach out a little bit.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Right.
and then the last one was steel, and the steel, the way they make it now, you don't even paint it; it's tinted. So it's
Oh,
the color. Yeah,
okay,
so
yeah.
it is.
That sounds awesome.
It is indestructible, but it was It was like $40,000.
Oh.
To do my house. Yeah. So no, this is not a weekend project.
Whoa.
Was this with you doing labor?
Oh Lord, no. Yeah. I don't think you can do the labor on that.
You can remove siding.
Well, it depends on the kind of siding.
Yeah.
See, like my house is all hardboard siding, which is actually pretty good, and it's cheap, and it's easy to replace sections because we had to replace 3 sections because it was all bubbling and warping and rotting and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, they did it in like 2 days. So the only thing is you have to paint it.
Yeah.
So, yep.
I think that's what I have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Most houses around here either have that, fiberglass, or stucco. So like your house is mostly
I don't like
stucco.
stucco.
So I would just leave it. So stucco lasts forever.
That's what it.
No.
I don't like stucco.
It lasts like longer than you.
Yeah, I don't like the look. of it,
Yeah,
but-
that's fine.
That's I can understand like not liking the aesthetic of it, but it just it gets dirty with you. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm cool with potentially changing the color of my house. Like, I'm down with that.
Oh, I repainted my house 3 years ago. I painted the exact same color. So, like, oh, do you want to change anything? Like, nope.
I
So-
changed my house up in Loveland, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
After it burnt.
No, that was Fort Collins.
Oh, that's right.
What did I don't think I changed anything with Fort Collins.
I think you just did whatever the insurance company
Yeah.
told you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they painted the whole house. I think they just painted the back.
Oh, got it.
So it's like, yeah, match it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's one thing I definitely do remember.
Yeah. You should check your homeowner's insurance. So I did this like last fall. So my house had appreciated well beyond what my policy was actually worth.
Yeah, they're changing that for me.
Okay, good.
They're doing it without me even.
Oh, you get permitted. Okay.
I'm guessing it's going to cost me more
Yeah, but it wasn't nearly as much as I thought it was going to be. It's not
For
like
an
it
extra-
doubled.
for an extra
So-
$100,000 of coverage.
Yeah, it was not that much.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of shit that's on fire.
Oh,
Oh,
fucking
California.
California.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All
I-
in super expensive homes.
Man, I was like,
And the fire hydrants don't have any fucking water in them.
right. So there's a couple reasons for that, but like, one of them was definitely like incompetence. But the other one is it's uphill. And so if you use the water at the bottom of it, it doesn't really reach to the top of the hill again.
Not for a while. Well, it's weird. Yeah, it's I saw some videos of that shit. It is terrifying.
Dude, I saw the videos from the Santa Monica Pier. It looked like Pearl Harbor. So I mean, there's just like smoke everywhere. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was bananas. And then like, there's one guy that I follow on Twitter, and he lives in Beverly Hills, and he was posting pictures, and stuff like that. And he was like, "Yeah, and right over there is the most expensive real estate in the United States." So it's also known as Bel Air. Yeah. Oh, and did you see that Gavin Newsom's press conference that was 100% staged? It immediately got called out, like freaking shouted down on Twitter.
Where he was thanking Biden for coming
All
out
kinds
with
of stuff. Yeah, we got 110 trucks and 3 tankers and blah, blah, blah. And there's just like fucking chaos going on
Yeah.
behind it.
At the same time, that's when people are saying, yes, but you also donated all of this stuff to Ukraine.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, well, Biden did. So, but that was a lot.
California did.
Oh, California did?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I know that Biden sent them quite a bit of firefighting equipment last year.
That son of a bitch. He is really trying to.
He did that last
Sabotage
year.
everything.
No, he is trying to do some sneaky shit getting
Yeah.
out the back door.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Ain't none of
guy.
it's gonna stick though, man. So his whole fresh like that was the one thing they said they banned drilling in what was it, something like 39 million acres of
Yeah.
something. And I just asked a simple question. I was like, how much is 39 million acres? How much is that?
39 million.
Yeah,
It sounds like a lot.
it sounds like a lot, but it might be like Connecticut. Because I don't know what an acre really is.
Well, if you're doing it in the right locations, then you're sabotaging.
That's yeah.
This is all offshore drilling though, right?
I thought that's what he said.
I thought
There
was.
was some, yeah.
I thought it was all offshore.
I thought it was all offshore.
Was it all offshore?
That's what I think I saw the headline was. I didn't read.
That's okay. All he did was an executive order. I mean, Trump can kill that.
Well, it's that. It's also more Ukraine stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, like getting this stuff out the door.
Yeah, they gave $500 million more the other day. So that was the last of whatever that presidential reserve fund that he has authority over. Trump gets new one. 2 weeks.
Going to the wall
He gets a new one.
or buying Greenland.
Why
Okay, so there were two things that I was dying laughing at when he started yapping about this, and I posted about this, because he started, and he's right in terms of like the Panama Canal. When he said that's ours, we should take that back. I said, oh, all right, okay, I agree with you. Then he said he's buying Greenland, or joked about it, and then I said the thing I noticed was he's buying up all the strategic places to protect North America in a game of Risk.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we got to fortify the Kamchatka Pass.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Well, if he makes a move for Iceland, then we know he's serious.
You don't get points for Iceland, though. That's part of Europe.
No, but it's got 3 bridges.
It does.
Okay, the England, Europe, and Greenland.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
That's a real
Yeah,
problem.
you can put a lot of dudes on there.
But yeah, that's why you have to you have to block off Greenland and you have to park it there.
And that's why you would want Panama. Yep.
Risk is a bad game.
It's a terrible game.
love Risk.
It's
I mean,
fun to
it's
play.
fun.
Yeah.
But it's just not a good game. There's
It's old.
yeah, that's all there
It's
is to it. Yeah.
It's old.
Yeah. It is fun, but it's just not, you don't feel that pride that I really outthank you or
I'll thank you.
Or really outthunk you. Outthank?
I like that.
Outthank? I like that.
Thank you for not killing me.
Yeah.
Giving me that
thank
extra
that.
turn for this trade in.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't get that same sort. It's like winning Monopoly, so.
Man, I haven't played the game of that in ages. So
I do want to fire up a game with the actual auction rules and play it straight.
I've done that. I used to teach Monopoly in my classes. We learn accounting with Monopoly. I take all the money away and make them keep a ledger.
Oh,
I
okay.
think we'd
yeah.
always do the auction in the beginning. It works much better.
Okay.
So
Well, and the like when you land on a property, putting that up for auction.
if the person who
if
lands
they-
on
if
it
they
doesn't
choose
buy
to,
it,
yeah.
then it goes up for auction.
Well, they can choose to bid on it themselves too.
They can choose to flat out buy it,
Right.
but not. And if they choose not to, then they can go into the auction.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're
They can
allowed to bid on it.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yep. Though that's in the rule book, man. So I had to play this like straight rules.
Why would you bid on it if you didn't just buy it?
So you might get it cheaper. So think about it. If I land on a property and it's like $50 to buy it, well, that's the expensive one, but whatever. So no, it's
$50 is the cheapest.
yeah, 25 is the cheapest than 50. So
Is Mediterranean 25?
I
I
think it
thought they were
is.
both 50, but
No, I think they go up, and it's always the last one in the group is the most expensive.
I thought the first 4 properties are all 50, and then the
No,
blues are 100, and then
the blues are 200. Park Place is 150. Boardwalk is 200.
No, that's at the
our
dark
place is
Oh, dark blue. Oh yeah, you're
No,
right.
we're talking about cheap
Oriental.
The
Yeah.
light blues.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're talking
100
about cheapy
and then
street.
150. I thought.
I thought there were 80.
Oh yeah,
75.
75.
I don't know.
75 and 100?
I don't think anything on the first row is 100.
The last one is. I thought.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time, but
Yeah,
anyway.
so
So if I
inconsequential,
land
but
on
yeah.
that shit, okay, and it's $100 to buy it out, and I say no, I'm going to put it up for auction.
You might get
Okay,
it for 50.
you might get it for $10. So if nobody, well, you're not going to get it that cheap, but you know.
But at the same token, like, if somebody is, like, hunting down the oranges or something, you put it up for auction, you can get them to...
Oh, you can
Spend
gouge
more.
them.
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
absolutely gouge them. So I mean, that's like a tactic.
And that's the kind of thing that I would have enjoyed. But we never played
We
like
never
that.
played that way.
No.
It's too competitive. So it's one of those games that breaks friendships or families. So
So, you know what? That's the thing is letting people slide is what breaks the friendships. Letting people is like, hey man, I'm gonna let you take it easy here, but you gotta give me a free pass the next time I come on through.
Oh, and then you
That's
don't
what
get
breaks
Well,
the friendships.
then the game lasts for hours.
then the game lasts for hours, and like I don't know, man. I mean, we always used to play kind of kid glovey with
Yeah.
all that money goes into the
all it goes in the middle.
you
That's
sweeten
not true.
you sweeten the
It's not true. There's not supposed to be any fucking money in the middle.
Are you familiar
So-
with a concept called rat races?
Yes, that doesn't exist either.
I don't know that one.
All right, so if you're on Ventura Avenue, right, and I hit that same spot, okay, you take a 500, you put it on that spot.
Yeah.
Whoever gets there next gets the 500.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rat races.
interesting.
No, it's bullshit.
That's house rules.
Yeah, it completely wrecks the economy.
There are a lot of things that wreck the economy in that game.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, you don't actually have to build 4 houses, and a hotel, in order to get a hotel. It's like, well, I'm just going to pay $50 for the hotel. No.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So
I've never played that way.
I mean,
Where
well-
you just buy a hotel. I've never seen.
Well, the other thing is, I think the rule says you don't have to
Build one on each.
build one on each property.
Right.
I believe that you can just put like 4 on one spot.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I have Park
can-
Place and Boardwalk, I can buy 2 houses on Boardwalk and none on Park Place.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I don't
because
think
we
so. I
used to
think-
always play where you have
Had
to
to.
evenly distribute them, but I believe
The
that
rules
you
actually
can
say
put
you-
whatever on
Okay.
one spot.
Yeah. I
We never played that way. But
No,
Yeah.
we played the distributive
Yeah.
thing, which
you couldn't buy a house unless you could buy one on all.
right.
Yeah, you had to have all 3 before you could buy a house.
Well, you have
Well,
to
you have
own
to
the
buy-
monopoly
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have to buy 3 houses.
on
So
all.
your properties have to have a house. You can't.
before you get a second one.
No, you couldn't buy just one house on one and just keep adding.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that is correct.
But you could,
That is
if you
correct.
have the monopoly, you can put 3 houses on Marvin Gardens and nothing else.
Yeah,
Okay.
according to the actual rules.
Yeah,
But yeah, we never.
I don't remember. Yeah, when I was playing it, we rarely got to the point in time where people had enough money to buy too many houses.
Oh, we got.
We can't even supposed to. Well, that's because you did rat races and fucking free
We
parking.
didn't do those. That was a
We did
later
the
part.
parking.
Yeah. Well, the taxes go in the middle. Yeah, because
Yeah,
Uncle
taxes
Sam's a
go-
lottery.
Right. Aren't there actually rules in the setup for like paying interest on loans?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
I thought there was. I can't remember, but
Yeah, I think you could get a loan from. No,
I
you
don't
bank.
remember getting.
you had to mortgage your properties.
oh, that's
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
you had
you
to
just mortgage your properties. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You flip them over. That's right.
Right.
And people can buy them out from you at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah. That shit was funny. And you know what? There's a reason that Solar Quest has lasers.
Because otherwise it takes fucking days to play. Yeah.
It's not just days to play. It's if people own a goddamn star system,
You're fucked.
they have to be able to die.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how fucking sour Kevin's puss got about getting blown up about it,
You're not allowed to own Saturn, bitch.
it's just there's a reason that recourse is in the game. And it happens at great personal risk to the person doing
But
it.
that's not in the rules.
The lasers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is.
I don't
lasers
think it's.
is in the rule.
I
Yeah,
don't think it's
no,
in the rules.
It absolutely is.
I do not
It
recall.
100%
All
is.
right, all right, all right. You
No,
sound pretty
that-
emphatic about this.
It absolutely
I
is
should
because
have bought it.
But my brother has a copy of it.
well, I have a copy of it.
Oh,
I
do
didn't-
you?
I thought it was Kevin's copy.
No, Kevin took
Alright.
my copy.
Yoink.
Wait, is this going to the rule of?
My squatter's rights.
Yeah, it's his.
He did return it, so I have to give him credit for that.
Oh,
But he did have it long enough
But it
right.
was his.
to claim it as his own.
Oh.
And I think that you could actually just buy copies of it right now on Amazon. I think it's been
Yeah, that one's been reprinted
somebody-
a couple times.
I think somebody bought it, but
There's a few games that we like. Samurai Swords is insanely expensive.
and it
So
went by 2 names, right?
yeah, there's 2 games. The first one was called Shogun. That
Yeah.
one's the collector one.
Yeah.
That one was published in like the fucking 70s, and so it's way
Right.
way expensive. But like I was gonna replace my copy of it, and it was like $300 on eBay
For that?
for Samurai Swords. So I was like, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah. Fucking that 1914 edition of Axis and Allies is like $200. So they haven't reprinted it. So
Holy shit.
yeah. So I was like, God damn. Threw out $400 worth of games.
This is...
And that was the good one.
That's the problem, Pat.
That was the good one.
It's not just that it's the good one, it's that, are you going to get to play it? That's the
Probably
that's
not
the
ever
problem
again.
now,
Yes. I mean, well, I got a few board games that I solo from time to time.
Yeah.
That would be one of them. So that one is actually soloable. So, because like enough shit changes every turn that, you know, you can't think too far ahead.
Never think of soloing again.
I'm a nerd. I do it all the time.
Wow.
So.
Well, that's part of your thing. That's part of what you're doing right now is game mechanics. Like, because I know it's not just you playing the game against yourself. It's studying the game itself.
Trying to figure out what makes it work. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do that with movies. It ruins them.
Oh, I have fun doing that with games.
I don't do that.
No, it ruins them for you guys.
Oh.
How are you ruining it for me?
Because...
I just don't go see the movies with you anymore.
Right?
You don't go, so
It's like, here's an escape clause here.
you've ruined them for yourself so far that you don't go to them.
Oh no, that's fantastic. Look,
That's
part
fantastic.
of the, part of the joy is I'm not saying that I enjoy like tearing apart like amateur work. I'm not a jerk. All right, it's just I appreciate good stuff that much more.
I appreciate being entertained.
I get it.
Simple life.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not saying. Well, you know, I'm not like looking at you and being like, well, there was dog food in my bowl this morning and I'm full, so I guess I'm happy. I'm not saying that. That's.
I mean, that gravy train.
We have
It was
differences.
delicious. So I don't know what was wrong with it. I don't know why you're dogging it.
It's just like Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Throw some gravy on it. It was delicious.
I had some
horse meat
worst
in it,
stomach ache for
whatever.
like 4 hours.
Okay, I need to take some horse murmur now.
No, that's the thing. That is just like, as much as I can like pick on your taste, like the fact is you enjoy the things that you enjoy. So, I can look at it critically. You'll never see it that way. That's fine.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to
Yeah,
see critically.
yeah, and that's totally okay.
It's cool to hear the perspective sometimes. It makes me think you're a lunatic sometimes.
No, I'm a little bitch about a bunch of things. Like I've said this before. I mean, look, I'm well aware that there are certain things like, are you a fucking girl? You know, where it's like, are you really gonna get this moody about this bullshit? It's like, yeah, you're right.
Well, I'm also curious what your reaction would be if you hadn't seen some of the reactions from other people before seeing
I would have flipped my shit. Bro, let me give you an example, okay? So,
You go looking for
nope.
it.
So, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you the perfect example, okay? So, I read the Invincible books years and years and years ago, okay? And nobody was paying attention when that series came out. Nobody was. Like, they didn't even give it any thought. I saw that on Amazon. I'm like, they made a fucking cartoon out of this? And I watched it. And the changes they made were so... Nobody talked about these things. The changes they made in that show were so obnoxious that I couldn't stand.
Like what?
Well, so Mark's a white guy in the story. Like, okay, so they made him like half Asian. I'm like, all right, that's weird, but let's keep going. His girlfriend is not a woman of color. She's not a total bitch. She's not a fucking like
Did they change the plot though? Or are they just character swapping?
they character swap certain things, and they also change some of the plot elements because like I can't remember the name of his girlfriend. She's terrible. Amber. Amber did not know that Mark was invincible. So the whole thing where she's being a total bitch to him about disappearing to go be a superhero, and then she's like, I knew the whole time. That makes you a horrible person.
And that didn't happen in the comic books?
Oh,
okay.
No. They changed her. She never at any point said like, I want to go here. They have a great social justice program. That's actually
Oh
a line.
yeah, that was a line
That's
in the movie.
from the cartoon.
That was in the cartoon.
They like these are the changes they made, like straight up. I'm like, I know this. I've read this book. You guys made these changes on purpose.
I wonder if there actually is a college that has a social justice program.
Maybe
sure they do.
I don't know,
I don't
man.
think
I've
they
never
would
heard
call
of
it
one.
that. I don't think they would call it that.
They were having they were building it at the time of that show being released.
A social justice
Social
program?
justice or DEI. You could graduate with a degree in DEI.
Oh well, okay. So they wouldn't call it exactly that, but yeah, it would be. You're right. They would be like diversity specialists. Or
They
something
they
like that.
had,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
they
right.
were setting
No.
that up at that
At a
time.
No.
of that show.
university?
Because people do have those bullshit degrees.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
That are completely
I've never,
useless.
I've never heard of a degree like that.
They built it just
Yeah.
It's got to be
Because
like
it was-
really selective. It's like Columbia has a program
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
or
Yeah,
something.
because if you go to like Disney when they were hiring DEI
Yeah.
specialists, they have degrees in
I
that.
usually thought most of those people would have degrees in like HR. So
You'd think, but no, a lot of them actually have that like
took
diversity.
it on to create that. And
actually, it's pretty hard to find a degree in HR. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever been in a school that had a full-on HR degree.
I don't know. I've never looked. So
Usually a business degree, and you can have like a management or an HR emphasis, but it would still be a bachelor's of science in business admin. Yeah,
okay, but
I
yeah,
don't know. Yeah,
just to get your point, yes, nobody was talking about it. I saw that shit. It drove me up a fucking wall. Up a fucking wall, and it stands out. It's like putting Christmas lights around it, especially because I know the source material.
see, like, how much time was between the books and the TV series?
Oh, the books were out like 10 years before.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. See, that's interesting because I didn't know that there was books until well after I was like halfway through the TV series.
Yeah,
So,
because
I just thought it was a TV series.
that was why I was so surprised. I was like, I didn't know they made because again, it was such a long time afterwards. The only reason I can think they did was because Kirkland wrote it, and after he did Walking Dead,
Oh yeah, that's how I found out there were books. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
he wrote that before The Walking Dead, if I recall. So
most epic end to a comic book ever.
isn't that the one where it's just
Everything's fine. He's like, I'm done with zombies. So it's now suddenly 20 years later, and the world is healed.
you have any idea how much I appreciate that?
Dude, the fan base was fucking lit. I mean, they were. I mean,
I mean, they don't do that like the TV shows, but I do want like the zombie movies to end and be like, we got him.
yeah,
We got him.
Apache helicopters. We got them.
It was a tough
We're
fight.
gonna completely Starship Troopers the end of this one.
Because the original, I think the original Night of the Living Dead,
They got them.
they got him,
Yeah.
but it has a sour ending.
Yeah,
It's a racist ending because they shoot the black guy.
I don't remember that movie. That's so old. So
Well, this is
I remember that second one, the one in the mall. So
Oh, that's this. Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's
That's a different one. Yeah.
That's a different series.
yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah, because Night of the Living Dead is it's a completely different animal.
I don't know if I've ever seen the original one.
It's a black and white.
I definitely haven't. Been. Yeah.
Okay, so it does. So it. You want to talk about a movie that did have a cool like racial ending? So it's this movie about the zombies come to life. They don't
Right.
explain why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The whole town is fighting to put these things out. Has a black main character, right? When the zombies are defeated at the end, the racist white people act like the black dude is still a zombie. They shoot him.
Oh, it's got a cool hand Luke ending, huh?
Kind of does. I was like, okay, so you're like, that's I
That
get
kind
it.
of makes a point.
It
Yeah.
does. It does.
That
It's
puts a
not
pin in
too-
it. Yeah.
And you were all working together before, but now I'm like, okay, this is not bad. I get
not
it.
bad, yeah.
You have a good point, and especially given that the movie came out in like the 70s, the like early 70s. I'm like, wow, this is. You found.
Did you? Oh my God! Did you just fucking Miyagi him?
I may have. No.
No. So
That would have been too cool.
the stink fly lives again. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a super, like, it's a downer ending, but it's the closest thing to shit, we got him.
Right.
I don't mind that in a zombie movie.
No, man, we need more movies like that in the future where there's actually like the good guys win. Really? I mean, so people weren't actually the enemy the entire time. It's like,
Right.
no, we all work together. Yeah. So all their faces look the same.
Versus, okay, so all right, hold on, all right.
Not that. I'm sorry.
Okay, actually, there is a movie where they did get them at the end.
The zombies?
Yes,
What is it?
Train to Busan.
Yeah, they did.
And that movie.
Well,
rules.
kind of. They were like, well, the rest of Korea is fucked, but everything past the
that's
tunnel is
true.
cool.
Well, they were set up in place where they're going to blow them all away, and they sort of like contained it.
That's true.
My absolute favorite character in all of fiction die in the process?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he got bit.
It is unfortunate,
Yeah.
and I love that guy so much.
Yeah.
But that's that.
They got him in the end.
I got nothing else to say.
Apache helicopters, man.
It's so no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pull all them A-10s out of storage. Here we go. So.
Oh, that's especially like shoot dinosaurs and shit too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. I fuck up a T-Rex.
Oh,
So
yeah.
one pass. Turn that thing into, freaking.
It's a big target.
It's a great big target.
Yes.
So it's made of meat.
Protected species now.
Now it's no longer a species.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Pat.
I'm well.
I'm Jeffrey.
Machine gun.
Yes.
Dinosaur. Yes.